Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we find ourselves in a new region of the world that we have not yet explored. We're over here in the New World, the Americas, for our first civilization, taking on the Mayans. Okay, but what do we gotta do as the Mayans? Let's go check it out. First, we gotta discover calendar by turn 160 and arithmetics by turn 180. Pretty straightforward. Pretty much locks in our research for the first 40 turns or 50 turns or so. Pretty straightforward. Next, we have to build the Temple of Kukulkan by turn 230. Also, pretty straightforward. That wonder is found over here at Aesthetics. So it's like pretty much another tech goal. We have to kind of beeline towards Aesthetics pretty quickly. Not too much time, but definitely doable. And the third goal, we have to make contact with the European civilization before any of them discovers the Americas. So we have to we have to be the ones initiating the Columbian Exchange, going to meet the Europeans before they explore us. So in order to do that, we're going to have to attack towards cartography and gunpowder to unlock the Caravel unit. So, as you can see, the Mayan game is pretty tech heavy. Gonna be doing a lot of research. As far as what we got to work with, our unique power, the power of the long count. Cities receive additional food whenever a technology is discovered before the Middle Ages. So how this works, every time we discover technology, we get 20 food divided amongst all our cities. So if we have one city, we get 20 food in our capital. If we have 2 cities, it's 10 food each, 3 cities, 6 food each, and so on and so forth. So it helps us get a pretty good influx of food. Not to mention, we also have the Holkan, who replaces the Skirmisher, except he's a bit weaker. He's available earlier. We don't need contract. But his unique power is he receives food for defeating enemy units. So, every time he wins a fight, we get 5 food in the nearest city. So, with the whole can, and with our unique power, our cities are going to have a lot of food to work with. And then our unique building kind of helps our whole can a little bit more. It replaces the arena. It's cheaper, available earlier at calendar instead of engineering. And it gives our melee and archery units 2 XP points. So not bad, not bad. We're going to be sticking pretty much with despotism the entire game. So that ball court is going to help us get our happiness in. And yeah, I mean, our civics, they look good for now. We don't have a whole lot of options to work with. And yeah, so here's our core territory. Pretty much over here, the Yucatan peninsula. And in historical territory, we don't have too much. Over here, we have this hostile native tribe that's conveniently sitting on a stone resource. And that stone resource will come into play in order to build the Temple of Kukulkan on time. So we are going to need to invade that native tribe eventually. But for now, we're kind of just hanging tight. We're going to start production of a barracks, I think. Yeah, barracks. And yeah, so we have this hostile native tribe to the west, and we only have 2 Holkans. So we're kind of in a fragile position. These guys, and not only that, but we also have native or barbarians who spawn to the southeast of us and to the north of us. So we're kind of surrounded on all sides with only 2 military units. So we want to be careful. And these guys, they like to train more military units, and they like to come invade us if they can. I would like to go invade them because they only have 1 guy right now, but I'm confident that other unit's just going to come back. But let's see. Let's see. Parrots make fine pets. Okay, +1 commerce. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that that archer's right there. But let's see. Or did we just get very lucky? Wow. Okay, so I've actually played a ton of Mayan games, and this is the first time I've seen this native city so wide open. It's pretty much a freebie, but I'm gonna do something. I am actually not gonna take this city to show you guys, because this is not the norm. This is not normal that they're so exposed so early. Usually you have to invade them later. So I'm gonna show you guys how things normally play out, and I'm just not gonna invade. Even though, yeah, so I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a challenge that's more in accordance with what you might expect. Yeah, so there you go. That's okay. The Mayan game is still definitely doable without rushing it that early. But I mean, if you guys are playing the Mayan game, you feel free to go ahead and take that city. I'm just doing this because I think I've played probably, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 games, at least in the opening turns, and I've never seen the native city open so early. So we got this corn farm up. There's an archer. Yep. So so I didn't mention, as you can see, there's a lot of resources over here, especially on all these rainforest tiles. But the problem is we can't actually improve any of these resources that are sitting on a rainforest tile or savanna tile until we tech towards alloys. And since our tech goal is pretty locked in for that first historical goal, we can't really tech towards alloys. We cannot afford to spend 15 turns. So we can pretty much only improve the corn and the silver. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grow to size 2. Good. Yeah, let's start getting that silver mine up. And we tech towards sailing. Boom. Instantly, we're size 3. What happened? What happened was our unique power. Your cities received 20 food. Awesome. So that's why despotism is kind of helpful for the Mayans, because we're going to have a ton of food coming in, so we can use that food to whip out. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the workboat, and we're going to whip out this workboat once we're able to. Moving right along. Yeah, let's go ahead and whip out that workboat. Nice. Yeah, we want to grow as fast as possible because we want to be able to work that silver mine, because that's about to be completed. So let's go and work that crab. And next turn we're going to grow to size 3. And this is the turn that we finish that silver mine. Excellent. Okay, so now I'm actually going to switch production. Make sure we work that silver mine to the settler. I want to get a settler out as fast as possible. Because as you can see, there is a corn resource right over here. Without a rainforest tile on it, so that means if we get culture on it, we can go improve that. So we can work that corn. We can get trade routes between our cities, so that's an extra 2 commerce. And lastly, I did mention earlier that barbarians do spawn in the north over here. However, if we do get a city up here, they won't spawn over here. So I'm kind of trying to prelude that, trying to get a city settled before they start spawning up there. Make it easier on ourselves. Yeah, so in the meantime, let's just come get a cottage here. So now they're starting to train some more, Kukulkan and an archer. Now that they have a sizable military, they do kind of get triggered if they see any units over here. Like if I were to send my worker right here on this hill, that's gonna kind of make them mad, and they're gonna come invade me. So although I do want to mine here, I am withholding for now, because that'll make them invade me, and we can't deal with that at the moment. Good. Okay, we got the settler in 5 turns. Perhaps we can whip it out once divination adds another population. Oh. Let me see. Perhaps... No, we'll just keep going. Yeah, because we're not size 4, that's alright. Deification. We'll adopt that later on. We cannot spare revolution at the moment. Yeah, so as you can see, calendar in 12 turns, and we have until turn 160. So this first goal is very tight. We're going to have to need to bring in a little bit more commerce to make that goal on time. I think, let's not whip out that settler, because we're working all good tiles here. Oops. The greatest civilizations. Alright, there's our settler. We're going to grow next turn. And we meet the Toltecs. That's going to be our neighbor to the west. We can go ahead and get open borders. So I like to settle over here on this tile, because all these other tiles have resources. So settle on the one tile that's not a resource. Also gets rid of a rainforest tile if we settle on it. And so hopefully with the Toltecs now spawned in, they're going to be distracting these natives. Oh, look at that. The Toltecs just lost a spearman. Yeah, so hopefully they'll be... they won't be coming to invade me at the moment. They're just gonna be dealing with the Toltecs. Good. Boom. So let's get that corn farm up, and let's go ahead and start training a worker, because we're gonna need more workers later on. Yeah, let's work this tile, and we can do that. Because one worker is not gonna cut it once we get alloys. Because we're going to have a lot of resources to improve. And I think it does take longer to improve tiles that are sitting on a rainforest tile. It'll be like 12 turns with just one worker to get a plantation on one of these tiles. Alright, so now we got trade route between these two cities. That's an extra couple commerce. So as you can see, calendar in 5 turns. And our goal is to get that by turn 160. So we're making good progress. Another good thing about running despotism... Oh, there's our first whole can over here. Is despotism kind of gives us a little bit of a form of insurance. So if they, we don't need to be training military units right now. However, if we got invaded, like next turn, we could start production of a whole can and then whip them out for the next turn. So we can quickly get out of military whenever the moment calls for it. That's the nice thing about despotism. Keeps you very flexible to the changing situation. Let's see where they go. These whole cans have a 50% withdrawal chance. Not to mention a hill and a forest and a rainforest attack. So if you can, it's better to use the whole can on the attack. Because with that withdrawal chance, that obviously only comes into effect when you're attacking. Boom. Let me see. Making good progress, I think. I want to protect that silver mine. Got that corn farm up. And we get calendar right on time. Turn 160. So yeah, you can see that's a very tight deadline. We have no room to kind of wiggle around with the technologies. We have no time for like a revolution or anything. Yeah, we're looking good. After this, I want to actually let me see. So this does unlock our ball court. And remember, the ball court does give more XP units for our melee and archer units. Not to mention the 2 happiness. So perhaps we can... Let's whip out this barracks, because why not? Giving us a little bit of overflow. Let's start production of a ball court next. So they're massing people over to the west, and I got this barbarian to the south. So I'm a little bit worried. Yeah, I imagine if I come sit on this hill tile, they're gonna come invade me. So I'm actually not gonna make that hill tile. Make that mine. We're gonna be unhappy next turn. That's okay. Yeah, look at that. So I think what we can do is we can whip out this ball court, because that also gives us 2 happiness, remember. We'll lose the cottage, that's okay. And that gives us 22 hammer overflow. We're going to start production of a whole can after that. By the way, the archer, you cannot enter these rainforest tiles unless there's a plantation on it or an improvement. So this city is safe from archers. Only the whole cans can go onto rainforest tiles like that. Oh no. I was afraid of that they would go on this tile. That's okay. Good, took him out. Let's see if we can get this mine up now. Let's work that. We'll get that whole can with 2 promotions out in 2 turns. Unfortunately, we're going to lose the silver mine. Barbarians are going to do what barbarians are going to do. Yeah, so you kind of have to be really careful with the Mayans here in the early game. You don't have too much military. So I don't want to protect my worker with this whole can, because I got 2 more over here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's get this mine up. Yeah, so they're still we're still being invaded from the west. So we're gonna have to pull back off this mine. Let's come sit here. What do we got? So let's get him to cover, give him a bonus against archery units. And yeah, so remember we like to hit him on the attack with the whole can to take advantage of that withdrawal chance and the hill attack bonus. So let's do that. Not to mention the collateral damage. And we're going to want to train another whole can right away. I think we should be hopefully good on defense, but I'm not 100%. We shall see. We were not. That's okay. I am going to whip out this whole can because we need military right away. So he is almost dead. We're whipping out a guy, so let's go ahead and use him to attack. Yep. And yeah, let's come over here so we can get that mine up as fast as possible. I don't like protecting a city with only one guy, even if it's a good odds. So that's why it's important that we whip out this second guy. There we go. Alright. Yeah, we're going to give it cover, because we're dealing with a lot of archers here, and whole cans over here. All of them archer units, so... so I'm actually going to promote him to guerrilla, plus 20% hill defense. And I'm just going to have him fully fortified on this silver mine, because so many barbarians spawn over here to the southeast of us. It just makes sense to fully fortify him and protect that hill. And yeah, you're gonna get the silver mine. We can make roads on all these tiles later. I want to get this silver mine connected with the road as fast as possible, to get that extra happiness. And let's train another, you guessed it, whole can. And you can train actually another worker. Okay, for the second part of this first goal, Arithmetics by turn 180. You can see this is also pretty fast, or pretty tight, I should say. We're on track to research it in 10 turns, so turn 177. So we have a little bit more wiggle room, but not too much. We gotta keep, so it's okay if we lose our silver mine, but really we want to get, we're in a tech race for the whole mine game. We don't want to waste too much time. Yep, being invaded. Let's, I would like to get him another promotion, but I don't want to risk a 75. Well, yeah, I didn't want to risk a 75% loss, even though I did want to get him another promotion. It wasn't worth it. Alright, so you're going to fortify, and you're going to make the mine. Going to make a road here for one turn, and come here next turn and make that road. Everything looks good. We're gonna lose Whip's Anger a few turns. Once we research Arithmetics, our teching doesn't have to be so rigorous, and we can afford a revolution after Arithmetics to pick up redistribution and deification together. So that'll be helpful. Alright. Another one. Yep. They are persistent, if nothing else. But we are getting XP units from killing the native units, but unfortunately not the barbarian units. Yeah, 77, not great. Do it again. And yeah, let's get a pagan temple, because that's going to give us a happiness with deification when we adopt that in 6 turns. And we got 4 Holkans, and that's like, I'm comfortable with 4 Holkans. Obviously we're going to want more, but that's okay for now. Making sure we're working good tiles. Let's see if we can trigger them to invade us again. Got a road here. Yeah, maybe we can get this mine up on this hill tile to the west. Finally. Because remember, we can't chop down this savanna tile or the savanna feature until we research alloys. Luckily, we're gonna have time to tech 2 alloys after Arithmetics. Even though it's not part of the tech path to aesthetics, we have a little bit of time to go get alloys. So let's come get this mine up. You guys just fortify, and let's get this road connected. That'll give us another happiness. Make sure we work that tile. I am keeping an eye on our Great General points, because I would like to potentially get a Great General off of these guys. Because long term, after I invade and take this native city, we will be invading the Toltecs later on. Speaking of Toltecs. So if I can, I would like to be able to get a Great General off of the natives in preparation for our war against the Toltecs. Alright. Boom. First goal complete. So at this point, we get redistribution. And you can see this city hasn't worked an actual tile, or it hasn't grown at all, I should say, since it was settled. But it's now size 2 thanks to the technology bonus. But yeah, let's go ahead and adopt redistribution and deification. So we're going to lose that trade route commerce, but it's still worth it because that's a lot of extra food. Not to mention, well, double production speed of granary. Yeah, redistribution is an awesome civic. So we can go ahead and make this granary. So we got an archer here, Hulkan here, Toltec guy here, and native here. Yeah, let's just keep making this mine. Tell you what, because I don't think they're going to come off the city, and I am trying to get as much XP as I can to hopefully get one off these guys. So yeah, let's invade this guy. Okay, I lost that. That's well, that's alright. Hopefully we don't lose this fight, because they had to cross a river anyway. Good news, we got the silver. Oh, the natives have a great general. Good for them. Alright, so while we're checking alloys, let's go ahead and start getting roads on all these resources. By the way, so yeah, this dye gives us happiness, this cocoa gives us happiness, this jade gives us happiness. So that's why you're able to run despotism as the Mayans, and we don't need to get into monarchy. We don't need that extra happiness from military units. We have so many luxury resources. So yeah, let's come get a road here. Gonna train another worker next turn. And we're gonna make this mine this turn. Boom. Let's come get on this die. And I think here we don't need any more workers. I think 3 workers is just fine. Let's start making a granary, because we're going to do a bit of whipping with this city, and granary helps us recover from that. After alloys, we are going to tech towards writing. Yeah, writing is necessary for aesthetics. And anyways, we're going to want a library. We're going to want to build a library. Let's get a road here, because we are going to want to connect these 2 cities eventually, because we were going to want to bring the stone back to our capital. So let's get that road done. Road. And I think we can whip out this granary and start production of a temple, because why not? Actually, yeah, let's get a temple, because why not? Looking good here. Don't think I want to whip out that granary. We do want to start making a military. Now, how many Hulkans we have? We have 4. No, 3, because we lost one. Let's try another one, I think. But the good news is once we mine this obsidian, obsidian actually unlocks the light swordsman unit. And he's a lot stronger, because our Hulkan's only strength 3, but he's strength 5. Not to mention he gets extra XP from our ball court. So he's going to come in with 2 promotions as well. So, yeah, once we get that obsidian, we can train a few light swordsmen, and we should be able to take this city without too much hassle. But yeah, let's train at least 1 more Hulkan. Actually, we're going to want to train an archer next, because the archer is cheaper than the Hulkan, and we are going to need city defense units, of course. Deification unlocks a priest slot, and we can, yeah, run a priest here, that's fine. Boom, got that one up. That road connected. About to tech towards alloys. Very important technology for the Mayans. So we're fully fortified here. which kind of negates their hill attack bonus. And then we also have Gorilla. So we have a 20% bonus against them. So hopefully that's enough to kind of get a second promotion to get Gorilla too. If not, we can kind of come and finish them off. So alloys in 2 turns. Let's come in here. Please win this fight. Yeah, withdraw. That's okay. But he's coming in. I don't want him to come in. I want to get 2 workers on this obsidian mine next turn when we research alloys. Yeah, you just stay here. We definitely have that strength advantage there. So let's see what we got. Let's yeah, so I want to get this obsidian mine as fast as possible, like I said. You play city defense. Train out a whole can. And these 2 guys will come protect the workers. I think we should still have the edge because we have 2 promotions. And at the end of the day, the hill does give a 25% defensive bonus. It's just that the whole can kind of negates that with the hill attack. So hopefully we get another promotion here. Yeah, I don't want to whip out just yet. I want to keep going. There we go. So we got him a 3rd promotion. And remember, 10 XP is the limit for fighting barbarians, so he's kind of promoted out. He can get more fighting natives, but yeah, the Toltecs are kind of making a push for the natives. Really hope they don't take that native city. Because I don't want to declare war on the Toltecs just yet, but I'll do what I gotta do. Okay. Yeah, finish that road, and I want to get started on a plantation. And we're going to get that obsidian mine next turn. Awesome. Okay. There we go. Obsidian mine fully complete. So now we can train light swordsmen. So let's go ahead and trade a few of these guys. Let's get this die hooked up first, because that gives us 3 commerce, and we're kind of we want to focus on commerce at the moment, because we have to tech our way to, because the faster we get to aesthetics, the faster we can start construction. So commerce is important right now. So yeah, writing for the library. That was good. So die. Whoa! We're not having too good of luck with our Hulkans lately, are we? Let's protect him. Yeah, Toltecs go and finish him off. Dang, I was trying to get some more XP. I'm trying to get that Great General. Get a second guy on this die plantation, and let's get a guy on this cocoa. And yeah, let's go ahead and start whipping out. We can lose the priest, we can lose this tile. We have an angry guy, so we can do a little bit of whipping with this city. Help us get our military out faster. City Raider. So I'm going to want to soften them up with a few Hulkans who do collateral damage and have a withdrawal chance. And this light swordsman can come in to finish the job. I do not want to run a priest here. I want my first great person to be a great scientist, because I'm going to use that great scientist, that first one, to put a nice academy, plus 50% science, in the capital. Because we've seen how many luxury resources are here around the capital, and the Mayans have a very long tech game, so putting an academy in the capital is something I definitely want to do. So I'm going to use that first great scientist to do that. So this city, Mayapan, is going to start construction of a library here in a few turns and run 2 scientists to get that first great scientist. They're hammering away at the plantations. I think I'll whip out next turn. Let's whip out that tile. We don't need that tile. And this city can also whip out that pagan temple, because I want the overflow to be put into the library. Boom. I think we are actually just about ready to invade the natives to the west. Take the city of Daniban. So here, let's start production of that library. Remember, no priest. No priest. Yeah, let's run a citizen. Because I want to make sure, absolutely sure, that I have a scientist for my first great person. Let me see. So we can go in and attack with 3 Hulkan and 3 light swordsmen. That'll definitely be enough. I will wait one more turn to train that other light swordsman, and he can heal a little bit more. And I'll move on to this hill next tile and evade him the next. Boom. Alright, so let's go ahead and just move. 2 archers and a militia, just to be safe. Why not? And I think we got enough military for now. So this city can, start production of a library. 6 science, that's a decent enough science when we're producing 25. Not bad at all. Not to mention we're about to get several luxury resources hooked up, increasing our science even more. Ooh. So let's keep this guy here in the capital, just in case I lose this Hulkan here. Just in case. Everyone else, these 5 units, yeah, that should be enough to take out these 2 guys. Alright, got that dye plantation hooked up. Now let's work that tile. Let's make sure you're working that tile. Don't want to whip out 3 population. We're happy now because we have our citizens are happy with access to the dye. Please kill him. I'll just let him keep defending because I want him to get a 2nd promotion here. And you can heal. Alright, let's got an archer here. He's got 3 promotions. Don't want to sacrifice him. Good, he withdrew. 60%. That's okay. And, yeah, let's finish it off. Oh, I think we actually did get enough to get a great general. Look at that. Perfect. I was really happy to get that great general, because that's the last native unit we're going to have to deal with over here. And we can't get XP from the barbarians, you know. Yeah, I was happy to get this great general just because I'm going to settle him. Because I'm going to want to train a couple of catapults, and it's nice to be able to get 2 promotions for your catapults. Not the biggest, you know, not the biggest deal in the world, but it is nice to get 2 promotions for your siege units. Alright. So we have access to the stone. Now we just have to come and make a road tile to connect it to the capital. Yeah, get that. I'm going to want to whip out this library as soon as possible. That 50% withdrawal chance, that's a 50-50 shot that he just keeps on hitting me over and over again. Meanwhile, more reinforcements are coming. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see. We got another whole can here. So let's get a road here on this cocoa tile. Just fortify here. And let's whip out this library. And start production of an archer for defense. Nice. I'm gonna keep running this, I'm gonna keep working this island tile until I grow to size 3. At that point, I'll just work the corn and 2 scientists. Alright. Yeah, so 2.2 strength ain't gonna cut it. But he is sitting on a 50% defensive bonus. So I'm gonna wait for him to go onto one of the hill tiles. So I'm gonna pull back. Get that road. Let's yeah, let's whip out that library. Why not? I don't need a priest. Let's run that. Well, let me think. Let's do something like that, because we don't need production as much as commerce. Trying to get this city of size 3 as fast as possible. Yeah. That looks okay. Are they gonna blow my road tile here, really? 85, 84%. Alright, good enough. Alrighty. So we got that library. Very nice bonus to our science. So now that we are on our way to aesthetics and the Temple of Kukulkan, we want to make sure that we improve every tile in the area with production that can give production for the capital. So we can get a rubber plantation here that gives more hammers, and we can also get a mine on this tile right here that we found the parrots on earlier. So let's come get that road there. And let's get that jade at the moment for more happiness. Eventually we're going to adopt caste system. At that point I'll construct the weaver. Let's train a few more light swordsmen. Nadul. Because now, let's do a little bit of recon with open borders. Yeah, because now we need to kind of start focusing on taking over the Toltecs. Yeah, so we got a fish tile right here. Unfortunately, the Toltecs control it. So first things first, let's get some culture. Or we have a monument, but let's get some more culture with the pagan temple. After that, we can make a granary. And we're probably going to lose these tiles to the Toltecs because they have more culture than us, because this is their capital, remember. So I'm going to want to chop down these forests before we lose them to the Toltecs. Yeah, we're doing some recon. Oh, they lost their silver mine. That sucks. Yeah. Looking good. Oh, right, that's right. Okay, so we're size 3, so we can go ahead and start running 2 scientists. Gonna get a great scientist in 17 turns. Let's make sure we're working this tile. Let's grow next turn. So with the great scientist making an academy, whoa. Dang, they just keep spawning. We're not even fully healed yet. We need to pull back again. And we need to get our worker out of here. He's not even healed either, damn. Yeah, they just spawn everywhere. You gotta kind of be prepared. I could put another city down here. But the thing is, maybe later on, it's kind of like not worth it. Because you have one cocoa tile, and there's a fish tile over here. So maybe I could put like a city here, or here. But, I'll think about it. Not a high priority. High priority for me right now is taking over the Toltecs. Because look at these, look at this city. Look at how many resources over here. Remember, we're trying to tech towards the end of the medieval era before the Europeans. So we need every source of commerce we can get. And there's a lot of commerce over here in the Valley of Mexico. Yeah. So hopefully we can get this Hulkan next turn. Take him out. Oh yeah, so what was I saying? The great scientist, he can make the academy, but we do need to research philosophy for that. So after aesthetics, I will tech my way towards philosophy. He's chasing my worker. I don't want to give him cover. But maybe it's worth it because the Toltecs have a lot of archer units, so I'll give him cover. Yeah. I just didn't. Yeah. Those darn barbarians. I need a heal. Let's get a road here. You make a plantation. Yeah, so the Toltecs pretty much just. I've never seen them settle more than these 2 cities. They always settle right here and then right here. Not too much to worry about. I'm going to keep my guy here to keep an eye on both cities. We're just training more military. Let's get this Gorilla 2 guy over here. We do unlock the catapult with mathematics next turn. So at that point, I'm going to want to train a couple of catapults. Very nice to have some of those. And how many Hulkans do we have? 4. I think we could train 1 more just because. You got to be careful when you're playing as the Mayans. The Hulkan icon looks exactly similar to the Mesoamerican spearmen. So make sure you click on the right unit. Yeah. Here is mathematics. Also gives us bridges over all the rivers. Entering the classical era. All right. So I don't care about that. Yeah, we can run a scientist. I just want to make sure I don't. Well, that's fine. We can train a couple catapults here. Let me see. Yeah, we're about to lose. I should have chopped down this forest first. I don't know if we have time to chop it down. Let's see if we can do it. Just, damn it. That's not what I meant to click. Let's see if we can do it before the Toltec culture surpasses us. Also, this city has a lot of production in it and around it. So after we complete this granary, we are going to want to make a barracks and a ball court to get some more XP for our guys. See if we can chop down that forest real quick. Yeah, sometimes these barbarians, they'll spawn and they'll just go, they'll go southeast to South America. They're kind of strange. We're just gonna chop it down. We're not gonna worry about that dye resource. No time. Nice. Very nice. And this has 30% Maya, 21% Toltec. Let's go ahead and chop down this tile too, because why not? Maybe just one guy is necessary. Because remember, every worker that you send like on a hill or on a forest, it wastes that turn. So I don't want to send more than one onto a forest if I don't need to. Get priesthood next turn, and that's the last technology before aesthetics. I'm making that rubber plantation, but I definitely want to get that mine up pretty quickly. Yeah, so now we have 3 cities. You can see all of our cities are getting 6 food. So it's 20 food divided by how many cities you got. Yeah, you can run a scientist. I'm just going to stop running a scientist right before, just to make sure we have the Mayan guy first. Yeah, let's get this mine up. Very important we have as much production in 6 turns as we can for the capital. Yeah, we lost this tile, so it's a good thing we chopped down that forest when we did. Let's go ahead and whip out that tile. Don't need that tile to be moved. Hopefully we can take out that barbarian with the hill guy, the guerrilla fighter. There is the rubber plantation, so let's go ahead and start working that tile. Start cranking out some more units. We should take it out, no problem. Should. Or he can withdraw, as he's wont to do. Just out of curiosity. His odds were 3%, so we have a 97% chance of beating these guys. Let's make a road. Actually, I don't think rubber really does anything. I think like later on in the modern era, it does something. But here... Yeah, it's like used by the industrial park. So it's not really imperative that we hook up our rubber as fast as possible. I'll do that later. Yeah. I'll come make this mine over here. Boom. All right. Yeah, we're slowly losing culture here. They only have 2 archers in the capital. One thing to be concerned about with the Toltecs is their unique unit. Their unique unit is the Atoll, and he is no joke. So he replaces a skirmisher, kind of like the Hulkan, except he doesn't go down to strength 3. He stays at strength 4, and he has a 25% bonus versus archery and melee units. So he's basically strength 5 versus our strength 3 Hulkan. So he, like, it depends. Sometimes the Toltecs will train a lot of them, sometimes not so much. So, yeah, the sooner you can invade them and stop them from training more, the better. Luckily, I don't see any. Maybe they have some off in the north or down here, but yeah, I don't see them. Kind of playing the long game. I think 43 gold is definitely worth 1 science, because that'll pay for itself after, you know, after 43 turns. So yeah, let's do that. We don't have time to train another catapult. Let's make a whole cannon in 2 turns. Let's run a priest for more production. So you can train, let's have you train a swordsman. Let's have you, let's go make a farm here, why not? Alright, and now I think we're gonna build this, Pyramid of the Sun Wonder, pretty much for fail gold. I have really no need for it. This is a wonder that's pretty much for the Toltecs. Plus 3 great person inspiration per citizen. We don't need to run citizens. We have plenty of specialist slots. So this really gives me nothing. I'm just going to build this for the fail gold, because we have double production speed with stone. And we have nothing else to build for the city, so. Yeah, looks good. Oh, he killed the scout. Check him out. I think so. We get aesthetics next turn. Let's go ahead and whip out the whole can to get 17 overflow. Yeah, let's work that top. And we can use that overflow for the Temple of Kukulkan. And we get our great scientist. Wonderful. I don't think it talks about what the temple does for us, but it gives +1 food on rainforest. I think in the base game of Civ 4, this is pretty much the worst wonder. The chicken pizza, the Chichen Itza. It gives 25% defense in all cities. But here in this mod, the Temple of Kukulkan, it's pretty helpful. Because as you can see, there's a lot of reinforced tiles here. That'll give +1 food on potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. Plus 6 food, not bad. Because remember, we cannot chop down the rainforest tile until microbiology in the industrial era. So that's pretty much not going to happen for us. Oh, by the way, the chicken pizza's old benefit of 25% defense, that got moved to the Kremlin, which also gives another thing. So it's not like a bad wonder. Anyways, back to the Mayan game. We got aesthetics. Let's start taking our way to philosophy to get the academy. And by the way, that was like our this is our second goal. And after the second goal is complete, we pretty much just have to get all the way to the end of medieval era. So we're kind of free reign of research technologies now. We just want to get, we just need to pretty much pick up all these technologies in any order that we want. We're going to make the Temple of Kukulkan in 12 turns, which is good because the deadline is turn 230. hang on to him, to this great scientist, until we pick up philosophy later on. We're gonna be unhappy for a couple turns. That's okay. Let's stop our. I don't think we're set to finish the temple before turn 230, and we're gonna get back a happiness in 2 turns. So I'll just wait for that to happen. We can work that line at that point. Not this again. Oh, he's strength 1, and there's another barbarian, so we're gonna have to take care of him. Send you back. Let's get this jade resource hooked up for another happiness. And when he comes onto the silver mine, we'll attack him with another whole can. Yeah. Yeah, about to lose culture of that tile. Okay, we got another happiness back, so we can work that mine. Let's make sure we, yeah, he's max promotioned out against barbarians. Let's send him. Oh, he fell back. Okay. I'll give you combat. Good. Let's make sure we're working that silver mine. So 7 turns, deadline at 230. So this is another pretty tight goal. You got a couple turns leeway, but I'm pretty much optimizing for the temple, and it's still, I'm getting it within just a few turns of the deadline. So if you guys play the Mayans, be aware it's pretty tight. Oh, we got this farm done. Let's go ahead and grow. Yeah, we lost this tile. Womp womp, bummer. I don't see any addles yet. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Okay. So I think I want to get another catapult. Because catapults take down defenses at 8% per turn, so it'll take 5 turns with just 1. But maybe with 2, we can get that down a little bit faster. I'll whip you out in a few turns. Let's go ahead and whip out this light swordsman over here. And train another one. Oh, so they have 1 addle. That's okay. Just 1's not too bad. We got this jade hooked up. Very nice. I kind of hate not working a tile, but we're going to grow in 2 turns, so. Yeah, I hate missing out on that commerce, but that's okay. You can finish that plantation. And you can... Let's come get a road on this rubber and this corn over here. So we're kind of out of things for our workers to do at the moment. But once we capture the Toltec civilization, we're going to have a few more tiles to improve and make roads on. They are persistent, aren't they? Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to go sit on a tile, because that's 50% defense. Literature leads to philosophy. At that point, we can activate our great scientist. Not to mention, we're also going to get our golden age starting next turn when we finish the temple. Let's kick him off our mine here. And boom, next turn. We're good to go. No to cast system now. We are going to want to adopt caste system eventually. Two Addle-Addles, okay. So this is the only city that they have in their core. So once we take their capital, they're going to collapse within a couple of turns. This tile is very important right here, because at the moment it's a hill forest tile, 75% defense. It's got a road on it, so it's like one turn to attack my city. So when I invade the Toltecs, I'm going to sit my army on this tile. But as you can see at the moment, they have a couple of units on that tile. So we're going to need to bring in some, I guess, whole cans to push them out. Yeah. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's do this. Yeah, let's start our golden age. Boom. Complete the temple. Nice. Very nice. Okay, +1 food on rainforest. Now our capital is probably exploding with food. Okay, so it's a golden age. I want to make sure that we are running a lot of great people, because I want to maximize the great people potential of our golden age. This city, this is not going to have any great people, so that's okay. Let's see. I don't need hammers. Well, I do want hammers, but it's not as important as great people. So let's run 2 scientists, and this can be a priest. Start training another catapult. Let's just keep going. We can work that tower a few turns. So no whipping. I don't like to whip in a golden age because our people are extra productive at the moment. Let's come make roads on all the rest of these tiles. Looking good. Faster we can get to philosophy, the better. So let's pick it up in 5 turns. At that point, we can establish our academy. No whipping. This is a golden age. Yeah, so we got that temple done about 4 turns ahead of schedule. Pretty tight goal, but definitely doable if you focus on it. The Toltecs have a big native problem to the north, and they have to deal with the dog soldier, who's a strength 5 light swordsman. So they're kind of distracted up north, hopefully. I would like to be able to hit this tile before they chop down the forest. I don't know if I'll be ready, though. I don't want to attack prematurely, because our military is still kind of on parity with each other. I guess I'll just have to live with them chopping down that. Ooh, they dealt with the slave revolt. I wish I invaded to take advantage of that. That would have been awesome. And you can work that mine next turn. So we're gonna get another great person next turn. I think at this point we've kind of, let's get a road here, but we've pretty much improved all the tiles we need to. Looking good. Can work that tile next. Let's pick up philosophy next turn for the academy. Boom. And we can put our workers asleep for the moment. What next? Yeah, academy. Let's do it. So let's run 90%. That gives us 24 science. Of course, we are in a golden age, but still, wow. So we are going to make the Mayan capital the center of world science here, because we need to really dedicate ourselves to science to discover caravels. Alright, so where are we at now? That's good. Yeah, tech-wise. So we need to pick up every single technology. So as you can see, pretty much every technology in the ancient and classical and half of the medieval. Or 2/3 of medieval, I guess. Or, yeah, 2/3. So let's go ahead and pick up... let me think. Let's get, seafaring and shipbuilding, because they're pretty cheap technologies. And remember, we get more food for every technology we research. And then riding, that's another cheap technology. And we get our first, or our second, great person. And from now on, we are using all our great people for golden ages, if we can. Profit. Wonderful. So we're going to save him, and hopefully eventually we can get a scientist and run a golden age. Don't want to starve here. That's okay. That was another Toltec scout. He was almost killed by that barbarian. So we got enough food to save the city from starving. That's funny. That's how helpful that Mayan power is. Okay. So now we are a little bit stronger than the Toltecs, but I want to build up my military a little bit more. Archer. guess we could... Let's train one archer, because remember, he's the cheapest unit we can train. Yeah, he's 26 hammers. Archer for defending this city here. And everyone else will be able to move up to here. Ooh, if we could take out that Addle, that'd be great. He's by himself, and he's bonus against shock. No, I'm looking at this light swordsman and this spearman right here. I'm gonna wait at least one more turn. I can't justify war right now. Right, so I'll keep this whole this tile, and I'll keep one more for protecting against the barbarians, just in case. So we have these guys, 2 light swordsmen, 2 catapults, 2 Hulkans, plus all these guys. So we got a pretty good attack force. Oh, and one more light swordsman over here. I'll pull him back. And our golden age will be ending next turn. Aww. Thinking. Okay, tech-wise, let's contract, because contract leads to both currency and law, which unlocks merchant trade and citizenship, both very important civics. So let's go ahead and pick up contract. Actually, I don't think we're in a big rush to switch civics. I mean, we want to switch it soon, but I think we can actually afford to pick up engineering. Can we? No, let's just go ahead and pick up contract. Alright. I think next turn we can declare war. Yeah, next turn. Yeah, they chop down that forest, that's okay. We probably won't be able to capture those workers, that's not the end of the world. It'd be nice if we could capture them, but they're probably going to leave. They're being protected. Let's go ahead and whip out this light swordsman. And let's start training a workboat, because we are probably going to get this fish tile pretty soon. But yeah, let's see if we can... Oh, the golden age is over, so let's stop starving so much. I want to make a harbor here eventually. I'm actually going to whip out a galley. Yeah, I'll whip out a galley. And you, make sure we work that tile. Let's do this. Okay. We're pretty much at the happiness cap. I'll make the weaver and the jeweler once we adopt caste system to take advantage of that double production speed, but not yet. Oh, we lost some stability. What happened? I think we just left the ancient era, and that did something. Yeah, so this archer will be protecting this city over here. Well, I guess we can capture one worker. We're a decent amount stronger than the Toltecs now. Let's declare war. Let's send him, yeah, because he's on the hill, so Hulkans are nice to kind of Get a withdrawal chance, collateral damage, and hill attack. Oh, we won! I wasn't expecting that. 15%, okay. I'll take it. Wow. Alright, nice start to our war. I will keep this Kukulkan just in case, and... Well, I'll keep 2 Kukulkans just in case. Everyone else... Ooh, they got an addle. I got 1 light swordsman with cover, so that'll be good. Now I'll send you up too. Alright. The invasion is on. Yep, there's the addle. I warned you guys. He's no joke. 70%, yeah, not great for us. Great for him. Alright, so let's collateral city bombard. Let's let me see, let me think. They don't have any 2 movement people, so I think we can come sit on this hill tile right here. Improve that tile.
Nadul.
Oh, I forgot I don't have medicine yet, so I can't even get medic 1. I'll give you I'll give you combat. Alright, this catapult, I am debating if I should... I'll just do this. Sit another turn and wait patiently. I would like to attack before their addle heals. He's at 3.6. 0%. I have a lot of units. But we have a lot of units too. 60% for the first guy. Not bad. I think let's go ahead and go for it. Yeah. Ah. So let me see. That Addle, he is a menace. So we have 2 city raiders. I don't want too many people as city raider, but I can't avoid it to some extent. Catapult, yeah, okay. Let's attack him. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man, 90%. I did not deserve that. Yeah, there's your get general. Enjoy it. So I think we should be good to take the city next turn. Their Addle is still alive, of course he is. But yeah, I think we'll be good. Oh, he did not. What? I think I just didn't neglect to attack him. Let's attack him now. At least he didn't pillage me. Let's train another guy. Yeah, so one of the good things about taking over the Toltec civilization is they have a lot of luxury resources that we don't even have yet. They have incense, gold, and spices. So that's going to be 3 more happiness, at least for our capital, who is currently struggling with happiness. Yeah. Let's heal you. Oh, look, we got contracts. Let's pick up... currency. Yeah, let's get currency.
Nadul.
And you can make this a rubber plantation. By the way, one of the reasons I want to pick up caste system is because we have a lot of plantations around our empire. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 just around the capital alone, and plantations with caste system give +1 food. Not to mention the double production speed of those buildings, which is very helpful for keeping our cities happy and healthy. City right here. Let's whip out this galley. I'm actually gonna trade a workboat real quick. I think. Let me. Because there is. Oh, we have a fish. Because I was wanting to get access to this fish for more healthiness for the capital, but not at the moment. Let's keep doing this for the fail build. Damn this addle. Okay, we hit him with the catapult at least, so hopefully he can finish the job. Yeah, okay. Boom. Who can we get a third or another promotion, potentially? Yeah, not you. Nobody, that's okay. Yeah, it's gotta be you, I guess. Alright. There is the Toltec capital. So, like I mentioned before, they're probably gonna collapse in short order. I'll send this archer here to protect it for a couple turns. I want to take this city. They'll probably collapse by the time I heal my army. Let's get this plantation up. And we got a lot of new resources we can take advantage of. So let's work these tiles. And we're going to complete that workboat next turn so we can get that fish. And let's give these tiles to the capital. Because we need more food for the capital. We are happy in the capital because now we have that gold and that incense. But yeah, looking good. I guess we could train another archer for another city protector. But we're going to have to protect our land from the natives coming in. Fortify. Caribbean. So now we're pretty much inheriting this native threat to the north from the Toltecs. So now I'm going to want to start promoting some light swordsmen with shock to help fight against melee units. Because he's pretty much the best bet we have against their dog soldiers. And unfortunately, I think the Toltecs will be collapsing. I say unfortunately because their culture covered all these tiles. Yep. And when a civilization collapses, pretty much all their improvements get destroyed. So we're going to have to improve these improvements all over again. So now we're angry here again. It is what it is. We have 4 workers. We have 4 hard-working workers ready to go. Oh, but this is going to be a pretty major native threat, isn't it? Wow. 3 archers and a swordsman, a jaguar, 2 more light swordsmen. Okay. So this is pretty much stronger than the Toltec threat was. That's okay. All these tiles are threatened. And we're healing our army, so let's just come here. Yeah, we need more men. Really? They just have to kill everybody. So the Jaguar, he's strength 6. He's even more intimidating than the Dog Soldier, I guess. Yeah, he has city attack too. This is tough. And there's more coming in. So, yeah, we need to heal and push them back. Alright, you can deal with him. Let's get that road up. By the way, I made this galleon. I'm exploring the Caribbean because we are actually going to be colonizing the Caribbean in short order. Let's train some more. Yeah, because like I said, commerce is the name of the game for most of the Mayan game. There's a lot of resources here in the Caribbean to take advantage of. There's salt, there's gold, amber, tobacco. Not to mention a lot of sea resources like fish and crab and clam. So we're going to want to be adopting thalassocracy here as the Mayans. +2 commerce from fishing boat, harvest boat. So I'm going to be adopting that once we start putting our colonies in the Caribbean. At the moment, not yet. Yeah. But I do have a few spots that I do like to settle cities on. I like to settle a city here. Here. Oh, I forgot I could just click that. What was that? All X? Yeah, it's all X. I like to settle city here, I think it is. Here. And there's like maybe another option or two, but this layout kind of oh, that only is exposed with Alt X, isn't it? Okay. Well, I mean, you see where I'm trying to settle. But yeah, so that's the plan. And I'm going to use this city to train all of our settlers. Because I don't want these cities to be worried about training settlers. I want them to grow because they're our core cities. And we need our core cities to grow and not stop the trade settlers. We are just dying in hordes, man. This is a lot of natives. I need them to heal. This is not good ratio, man. Let's so I don't want you to starve. Can I do this? Yeah, so let's start training some settlers. That'll get better than 9 turns once I improve these tiles. Yeah, we need shock. We need shock troops here to fight back against these terribly effective natives. Yeah, they have road on this tile, so I don't want to improve that gold yet. They're threatening these tiles with that jaguar. So I just want to get a orchard here. Maybe a mine here and a farm here. Yeah, so there's a whale over here we can harvest. Merchant trade. I think, let me think for a moment. Okay, so I do want to adopt caste system and merchant trade right now. So let's go ahead and do that, because I don't think we need food at the capital right now. So we can lose a bit of food, 7 food in the capital. But we will get more commerce from trade routes. So let's do that. Not to mention double production speed for market and caste system. So we're going to get back some of that food from plantation. So it almost evens out. And later on, we will adopt citizenship, double production speed of library, aqueduct, ball court, and a thalassocracy. So yeah, let's go ahead and adopt a caste system and merchant trade. Please kill these guys. I need you to fight. Oh my god. They keep dying, man. All my Holcans are dead. So they just have archers here, so I think we can come and attack them here. Yeah, because they're not going to attack me with an archer. I mean, we can easily retrain those people, but that just was painful to lose all that military. Luckily, they're not barbarians, so we're not losing stability every time we lose a fight, because that would be bad. Yeah. That's okay. We still needed to take over the Toltecs as fast as possible, so there wasn't really a way around it. To prepare extra for the native threat. Yeah. I might also consider putting a city here in Venezuela. Because there's crab, tobacco, and I think there's pearl over here. So I'll see. I'll think about it. Yeah, we need more military. But once we have sufficient military, I think we can go and make a weaver and a jeweler for more happiness. And a market. But at the moment, we need military, because I want to take over this city as fast as possible. Looks good. Yeah, we'll whip out that next turn. That jaguar is scaring me. I think he's withdrawn from combat like 5 times now. I'm pretty sure. Luckily, we still have our catapults, so we can hit their defenses there. Yeah, there's a pearl here. So maybe if we settle here, we can get these 3 resources. I'll think about it. Get you over here. Yeah, all our shock troops keep dying. I'm pretty sure I've gotten like... We've lost like 3 combat and shock light swordsmen already. Let's whip you out. And by the way, for the fail gold, even if nobody builds this wonder specifically, once anyone in the world researches crop rotation, which is the obsolete technology for it, we will get fail gold for this technology. So, for this wonder, excuse me. So no matter what, we will be taking advantage of that. Let's keep. Let's run scientists. Relevant scientists. I'm scared of this guy. Do we have a, I wanna, so there's a forest on this, a forest hill. So yeah, let's just keep making this orchard. We'll just protect the, protect the worker. Strength 3, good. I'll get this worker out of here. Let's send one more just in case. That's how many we got. I kind of want to trade more Holcans, but the Holcan is weak. He's only strength 3. Like, Light Swordsman is the name of the game now. I guess we could train 1 or 2 more to hit these archers. So yeah, let's do that. And I'll train 1 more Holcan. After this, no, let's go ahead and make those buildings next. I want to get more happiness. You can make 2 Holcans. Please kill that jaguar. Odds were 3%. Oh wait, no, that's the other fight. 57. Okay. Yeah, these shock troops. Who'd you kill? Oh, you killed the archer here. Alright. We're going to want to train a lot of settlers, so let's actually come and get this corn improved first before we chop down that mine or anything. I'm going to keep this shock swordsman here on this tile. So when he's fully fortified, that's a plus 100% defensive bonus. Hopefully we can kill the jaguars and the dog soldiers with him. We got 3 guys ready for City Raider. That should be enough to kill these guys, especially with the catapult. Let's whip out this whole can. I'll wait like one more turn. Nice. That's spices. That's another happiness, at least. And let's get this other spice. Navigation. So after navigation, I'll pick up law, and I'll do another civic swap at that point. Because we can make a lot of harbors with thalassocracy as well. Actually, so I think we're going to stop doing this for the fail gold. Let's start training a bunch of workboats here, I think. We don't necessarily need that, I mean, we always want fail gold, but we don't. Workboats are more priority, because we're about to need a lot of workboats over here in the Caribbean. Pretty soon. He's another shock boy, so I'll send you over here. 4 archers. Okay, cool. We got a lot of happiness here. I'll send y'all over here. Hopefully those 2 Hulkans are enough to deter them. Actually, yeah, I'm trying to navigate my military very smartly. Let's see here. We cannot get Gorilla 3, really? That's interesting. Why? Why can we not get Gorilla 3? Maybe... Is it because Gorilla 3 gives plus 50% withdrawal chance and that would bump us up to 100? I wonder if that's the reason why. Either way, that kind of sucks. I thought we could get... Oh well. Oh well. Oh, let's send our galley back because we're about to finish our first settler. I guess we're gonna settle here in Cuba. Let's hit their defenses. And I want to send the Hulkans up because I want to be able to use them on the attack here. And I'll send you to 3 archers. Just trying to protect my city in case they went and did a Hail Mary to attack us over there. Yeah.
Nadul. Bishbin. Mabal Kubin.
I think that'll be fine.
Nadul.
We have plenty of light swordsmen here. So next turn we'll take this city. Oh. Let's do this. All right, and let's train another. Let's train a workboat because we got a shrimp over here we can work when we take this city. Yeah. Let's work that time. So we are going to want to hang on to our catapults because eventually the Aztecs will migrate here into the Valley of Mexico and they will spawn circa 1200 AD, I believe. So yeah, they're going to be a part of our game in about 40 turns. So we want to hang on to the catapults for that reason. Unless they die, then of course, you know, that's okay. Then we don't have to pay maintenance on them. Let's hit them with our Hulkans. Do some collateral damage. Okay.
Ishmanik. Tiba. Nadul.
One more to seal the deal.
Nadul. Ishmanik.
Let's just establish control. Very nice. Very nice, not bad. Let's keep training settlers. We want this city to train as many settlers as we can before the Aztecs spawn in. Okay, so our city, or our shock boys, they like to come down south in like waves of 2 or 3. And they come from over here, like Texas, or they come over here on the Pacific side. So I want to protect this tile, and I want to protect maybe like this tile. Hill across the river. So let's have you, you two come here, come here. Looking good, looking good. Let's get this farm finished. Let's get this mine chopped up. Another combat. Let's get you over here. Keep you on defense here. Oh, we're at the happiness. Okay. And you come over here. We're brushing right up against the happiness limit for our capital. So let's come in and improve this. Well, we'll get the incense next turn, I think. After the jeweler, let's pick up a market. All right, looks good. We're on pretty good pace here for the Mayans. Next turn we will be switching civics, and we can make a bunch of harbors in our cities. What did I say? Gold? Yeah, let's get the gold up. Make sure you're happy. Don't want you unhappy. Like I said, they come down in groups of 3. I don't know where his friends are, but I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're not far behind. Yeah, keep you here on this hill. Hopefully they attack me. They don't go around me. Okay, so thankfully there's not really any barbarians or anything that spawn here, but I do want to get a protector for the city eventually for happiness. I think our first city should just be here in Cuba. So let's whip out this workboat. Because next turn I want to send that surplus production into the harbor, which will have double production speed with thalassocracy. All right. Get that fish resource for our new city. Law. Perfect. So let's come and get the shrimp once our culture covers that. So once our workers are done improving all these tiles over here, they're going to come and start improving tiles all across the Caribbean. Thankfully there's not too many tiles in the Caribbean, but there are a few. Citizenship. Yeah, okay. So it's a little bit more maintenance, or upkeep, I should say. It's high. But we do get double production speed for library and aqueduct and ball court. And since we're about to have a lot of new cities being plopped down, it can't hurt. So citizenship and thalassocracy. We do lose a commerce from the cottage line at Hamlet, village, and town. But overall, the commerce we gain from the fishing boat is definitely more than makes up for it. Tech-wise, so we're out of the ancient era. Now let's just let's get cement for the aqueduct, and then bloomery and then engineering for +1 road movement. Other than that, I don't think there's any like super important technologies for us to research between here and the Caravel. I'm just eyeballing it now. I guess, no, I lied. Ethics does unlock the floating gardens, which is the Aztec wonder, which we're going to want to make this in our capital for even more food. So let's, yeah, so let's beeline for ethics instead of engineering, actually. Let's make a harbor here. Archer here. You can make this market, and then let's make a harbor after that. All right. I think our treasury is suffering a little bit, so that's why merchant trade is important, so we can start making markets everywhere. Yeah, these guys are persistent. So we got that gold mine up. Let's get this obsidian. And let's settle. Boom. And got that fishing boat, which remember is +2 commerce with thalassocracy. So that's a really nice tile, isn't it? So normally I would make a pagan temple, but let's go ahead and just make a library. It's just a little bit more expensive. It's at 40 hammers instead of 27, but we do get that plus 25% science. And I'll have this city over here just start cranking out workboats for the whole Caribbean. This city, let's get a library here, because I want to make sure we get our culture over that crab. And remember, basically none of these cities are in our historical area. We have 2 core cities, and other than that, everything is in a not historical city, or in a not historical area. So, we want our capital and this city to be as large as possible to support our thriving Caribbean thalassocracy. Alright, let's kill this jaguar, please. I forgot he has withdrawal things.
Tiad you
Let's
may.
get you here. Alrighty. Let's get that incense next for another happiness for the capital. Please, let's make sure we're working that tile. And we have a free library here we didn't even need to make. Thank you, Toltecs. And let's go ahead and whip out that harbor, because we're running a lot of fruit tiles here. And workboats after that. Plenty of workboats. That's also another reason why despotism is so useful as the Mayans, because we're going to have so many cities and with so much infrastructure to make. Despotism is so helpful for whipping that all out. Yeah, send you to the to Cuba over here. Get rid of that tag. Oops. Ah, not that one. Yeah.
Take Shabbat.
And here, I guess we have. Let's go ahead and get a harbor. It'll help us with our whipping. Oh, nice. Okay, we got this tile whipped. So at this point, we have 6 cities. So every time we pick up a technology, I think it gives each city like. Let's get that silver mine. Next city, I think I will want to put here on this salt resource to give more health for our capital, who is currently struggling a little bit with health. The harbor will help a little bit, but the salt will also help. Let's give that tile to the capital. Ah! Please don't pillage.
Solo. Ishmanik.
I'll just wait next turn for that settler. Okay, let's turn up our research a little bit. I want to make sure we're working all these very nice commerce tiles. We're in a pretty good tech base now. We're growing our empire, keeping an eye on our stability. We're not too overexpanded, but if I put down all these cities that I say I want to put down, you can definitely see how we'll be too overexpanded. That's why I'm focusing so much on the growth of our capital. Boom, that harbor definitely helps. And once we pick up medicine, we can make that that Aztec, the floating gardens. With you. Let's come get that up.
Tushpat.
It's just a constant invasion from the north, so we got to be on our guard. Harbor's up. I think let's go ahead and make an aqueduct, because that'll definitely help our growth for our capital. Let's turn down our research a bit so we pick up medicine in 3 turns. Because after... Oh, wait. Oh, it's ethics that unlocks the technology. Or the wonder. Okay, we can keep it high. Medicine does unlock the bath, though, which can give us a little bit more health for the capital. And by the way, I think we're going to be sticking with these civics for the rest of the game. There's no more civics that I think I could want to adopt.
Nadul. Solo.
Alrighty. So 9. Let's give this tile to this other city. Always working the good tiles. We're definitely... that should say economic growth soon, because we're hooking up a lot of commerce for our civilization. And we're getting close to improving all these tiles, at which point we can go start improving our Caribbean colonies. Bath +2 health, nice for the capital. Boom. Start. This city can start making a harbor right off the bat. A lot of water tiles here. Yeah, just keep training a few more archers. We're gonna have protection for all these cities over here. Get that library done. Want you to let's not be afraid to whip out a few workboats. Training another settler. I think this settler will come right here. We got 2 tiles we can work right here. 2 crowd, I should say. So yeah, we need like a dozen workboats or something. We should take out that jaguar, no problem.
Nadul. Alokak mani. Exabe. Solo.
So next turn I'll go settle this city over here. So this workboat can go ahead and just improve that clamp. Aqueduct. So 4 turns, 3 turns until we get the wonder unlocked. We can make the lighthouse in 2 turns. Can we get? We cannot. That's okay. Let's go ahead and make a lighthouse. And yeah, that's fine. Boom, boom. And I like to have whole cans kind of taking out these guys if I can, because remember they give +5 food every time they fight. Unfortunately, the whole can is just too weak to reliably kill the jaguars. He's like half their strength, so it doesn't work out so well. Alrighty. There's a cocoa. I think that's pretty much all the resources here. You can work that jade next turn. Let's chop down this forest. But let's go ahead and send you guys to the Caribbean, to Cuba. These 2 workers over here. Please work that tile instead. We need commerce. We always need commerce as the Mayans. Chop that that down in 3 turns. Oh, we discovered gold. That's cool. More commerce. Not complaining about that. Let's make a bath for 1 turn, and then we can switch to the wonder. Yeah, I want to keep running scientists in the capital, because remember, we do have the academy here. Take advantage of that huge modifier. I do need production, but I'd rather run scientists. And every other city, I'm gonna try to run merchants in every other city to help support the tech rate of a high tech rate for the academy. Can we whip out this? Yeah, let's whip out this library, and let's make a harbor next. There's ethics. Let's go ahead and turn down our research a little bit. I hate being super low on the treasury if I can help it. Let's pick up these workers. We can get that tobacco. And that'll also be the first and our only copy of tobacco, giving us another happiness. I don't think we need too many more. We need 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 more archers. We have 2 here, 3. So I need like 1 more archer. After this, I think we should be good. Let's chop that down. Next up, I think we can tech towards maybe steel, because steel does unlock the forwards. That gives, although it gives a yucky face, it does give a happy face with gold and silver to keep our capital happy. So let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have you get a harbor. You whip out that workboat, of course. And floating gardens, +6 food, and we're going to have that in 12 turns. Very nice. Not too bad. About that. Next up, we'll have you make a library for culture and then a market for gold. I don't think I want to bother having these cities really make granaries or aqueducts. Just not necessary. They have so much food coming in from their from their fish and their clan and everything. So we got another settler coming out very shortly. Where will he be settled? Yeah, they are persistent down here. That's one thing. I'll have you come. Let's get that crab improved. I don't think I want to bother making a mine here. Well, I don't know. Might as well. Whatever. I was gonna say I'd just run a scientist there, but whatever. Doesn't hurt. Our workers got nothing else to do. I'm gonna make a market here. I want to start running merchants in all of my other cities, so I can support the scientists in my capital. And yeah, because I'd rather run specialists in all my other cities because they're not historical cities. I don't need every other city getting too big. I'd rather go just big enough to work all the resource tiles, and maybe a couple more for some specialists, and then that's it. They don't need to be working these tiles over here, for example. Let's have you market. No iron for us, unfortunately. No iron for the Mayans. Oh, that's the uh-oh. That's the group attack I was talking about. The side there's 4 of them. Okay. And they're coming here. They cannot, thankfully, access the desert tiles, so they are going to be funneled right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these guys come here. I'm going to have these 2 swordsmen, although they're city raider boys, I'm going to have them here, because this is a defensive bonus of 75%, so hopefully that'll be enough to hold them off. Settler is done. Settler's done. Let's get a road here first, and I want to make a road on these 2 forest tiles next. Help our military out a little bit. How many more settlers do I want to trade? At least 1 more, and I am thinking about Venezuela. I don't think I'm going to settle here. That would give me cocoa, and that would give me a fish, but this fish can't even be worked until I research compass, because it's over here on the ocean tile as opposed to the coast tile. So we need the ocean fishery improvement for that. So, yeah, at least I'll train 2 more. I'll train one for right here, and one for I think right here. That'll give me access to tobacco, clam, and pearls. Hopefully we won't be too overexpanded from all that. I ran a test game, or a couple test games, where I settled all these cities, but not Venezuela. And I was already pushing it with just this. But we'll see. Maybe we'll be fine being a little bit overexpanded. We do need to find more sources of happiness and health. The tobacco is going to be one of them, but we need more. I guess we can make the forge soon. Okay, let's continue. Please kill these jaguars. There's so many of them. So many. Not bad. I can't complain. We lost 1 city raider boy. That's okay. Another great general. Okay. Alright, you. I'm gonna actually have you come over here because I want to get that whale. And that pearl. I don't think we have pearls yet, do we? We do not. So, I'm going to have you come over here. And that'll be our first instance of pearl and our only instance of whale. You... I know we unlocked the armory over here at Commune. That's pretty far ahead. I'm just going to attach you. Why not? I'll give you leadership. I'll give you movement. Oh. Well, hopefully you can get more XP and get another promotion soon. Yeah, I gotta keep whipping out this these workboats because we don't have too much production in poor little Mayapan. We're at the expansion limit, so I do gotta be careful about whipping out my core cities over here. And I want to get a road here and a road here, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's not be afraid to whip out non-core cities. I wish we could get workboats from here to over here, but the Panama Canal does not exist yet. I guess I could settle it, but that's not worth it. Let's turn down research a little bit. There we go. Oh no! We just got rid of the last group, and there's already another damn group at our borders. Okay, let's have all these swordsmen come here. I'm gonna train a couple more swordsmen. Yeah, wow. I'll have you guys, yeah, come defend this city. We might lose this tile because they pillage it, but that'll be alright. Oh, we don't have any defensive bonus here because we have. Oh, we'll get it next turn. We're gonna get our first culture pop. I gotta stop whipping here, but there's so many work boats to make, man. It's not even funny. And every one I get gets +2 commerce thanks to thalassocracy, so, you know, it's not a bad investment. Alright, got 20% defense. They have to cross the river. Let's hold our ground, boys. Now's your time to shine, great general. Settle here. Next up, I think we'll settle Dominican Republic, and then Venezuela will be the last one. So let's train one more settler, I think. And the Aztecs spawn in about 20 turns, so there'll be just enough time to train all those settlers. Let's come get that. Let's come get this guy. Let's see if we can whip anywhere. Let's whip out that harbor, why not? And next, let's train a, let's make a bear, market. Let's have you make a market next. Take him out. Take him out. Not bad. There's only one full strength guy left. So let's connect this tobacco back to the city. Alright. Where's our galley? Where's over here? And I think here I want to get a, oh, there's another crab here I forgot to mention. I want to get a library first for culture. Yeah, let's do that. I hate whipping here. it's so, I don't know what else to do. I shouldn't have made that, fail gold building for so long, perhaps. Oh well. We're angry here. We are going to get another great person next turn. So we are getting closer to getting another golden age. That'll be nice. Hey, pillage everything. Let me see. Where do I send you? Let's send you over to get this whale. Hopefully the whale will be covered by that point. I gotta wait patiently for this jaguar army to die, so we can improve that cocoa again. There's steel, unlocking the forge. So we're going to want to make that forge after we make that hanging garden for the capital. There we go. Alright, threat eliminated. Nice. Okay, so we did... So we can run another golden age. I'm going to wait a little bit longer for me to get down a couple more cities. And for my cities to grow a little bit larger. But I will be running a golden age, I think, before the Aztecs spawn. So maybe in the next 10 turns or so. And you're going to the Dominican Republic. Engineering. Yeah, let's get engineering. +1 road movement. What are we happy from? Oh, tobacco. We got that hooked up. What else can I make for the... Because the capital's so busy making everything else, I can't have my capital training workboats. That's why it's got to be Mighty Mayan. No, man, I just... There's so many of them. Yeah, I'm just going to pull back again. I don't want to... Yeah, I'd rather sit here across the river with my 20% defense. Nahua armies. No joke. Let's come get this, our iron. That's going to be our iron for the Mayan Empire. And we're going to get our floating gardens constructed. +6 food. Eat your heart out, Aztecs. Eat your heart out. And there's our last settler. We'll be sending him to Venezuela. I guess we... let's make a fort here. There's pearls, +1 happiness.
Touche bad.
Skip your turn for the archer. Make sure we're running merchants. By the way, merchant trade gives merchants +1 commerce, so that's nice. What else? I guess lighthouse for another trade there. And then let's do Pyramid of the Sun for some more failed gold later on. Settler. So yeah, 15 turns until the Aztecs spawn in. Can make a market, I guess. Why not? This city will not flip to the Aztecs when they spawn in. So after this market, let's go ahead and make a jail. Yeah, let's start making jails, because I am a bit overexpanded, and I am looking at that with a little bit of worry. So maybe I'll make a jail here, because this city's pretty big. Let's get you that promotion. Yeah.
Nadul.
That's what I'm talking about.
Beista.
Let's wait patiently for your ferry over to the Venezuela.
Alokak mani.
Let me see. Oops. Okay, so I have 3 here. Maybe 3 here. And I can run back and forth if I have to. Because I don't think they're going to spawn in both to the west and to the east at the same time. I'll let you guys heal. So yeah, I'll let you guys heal. Iron Mine. Couple more mines over here to make. Definitely want to finish out the last of the technologies in the classical era. Because remember, I can squeeze a little bit of food out of these technologies at least before I enter the medieval era. But then again, I will help my stability if I go ahead and enter the medieval era. Alchemy wouldn't be bad for the pharmacy for more health. Or the grocer. Let's pick up artisanry at the moment. I'm patiently waiting to be able to whip out this library. Yeah, that I won't have that whale covered for a little bit, so let's just go ahead and get that clam. Were we overexpanded? We were not. Okay. We probably will be next turn, or next stability check. Right, let's do that. Let's come get that clam. I saw this city's unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Because they got whipped to death, that's why. Yeah, let's finish out that market and then maybe we can make a weaver or something. Jeweler. Looking good. Let's de-emphasize these guys. Let's focus more on the food tiles. Our research game is remaining strong, but it can always be stronger. Do we need to train? No, we're good on archers. So let's send you over here. Market. Guess we could make a jail. Why not? We do have access to the iron for more production. There we go. Can finally whip out that library to get some culture to get that whale covered. Let's do a harbor next. Yeah, let's whip out that harbor. Don't know if we need to get culture here. I think we can just go ahead and just make a market. Here they come. So let's have our great general run back. So these 4 guys on this tile, that should be fine. I want to keep them here for fortifying goals. In case more spawn here shortly. Size 20 capital. That's got to be the biggest city in the world, right? Oh, well, why is a size 6 city beating me? I guess it has all these wonders, and that's why. That's a lot of wonders. That's incredible. It's probably that's probably Athens, if I had to guess, but I don't know. That's probably Babylon. That's the Chinese capital, and that's probably Indian capital at the bottom. All right, we're still shaky. We haven't lost the stability level. That's good. Let's get scholarship, why not? Bath. Yeah, although we get a yucky face, let's pick up the forge, because it'll give us 2 happiness and some more hammers. We could always use more hammers in our capital. Market. Yeah, so we're going to lose this city in 10 turns to the Aztecs. Let's just build wealth here. Yep. How many more workboats do I need? Oh, let's get that archer over there. Yeah. Yeah, let's put that. I would need 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think just 4 more workboats. Am I brave enough to whip out 4 more workboats? Yes, I am. Let's just get it over with. This city's gonna be pissed at me forever. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I guess I could give this rubber plantation to Mayapan, but I'd rather all my hammers go to my capital, because my capital is so important. Yeah. Well, I guess we could give up the rubber for a couple turns. That'll be fine. Fight them off. Here they come. Attaboy. let's go get that whale soon. I'm just assuming that there's no barbarians or natives over here, but I'm not 100% positive. I didn't know if there was someone here waiting to kill my settler or not. You never know. And let's go pick up that last archer. I see we finished the iron mine. Good. Let's whip out that market. Give the iron to Cockburn Town. Yeah, Cuba's going to have a lot of food coming in, so I can run a lot of specialists. So that's why I want to make a jail here especially. Always keeping an eye out for where I can whip. Despotism is definitely used to great effect by our civilization. Last city. I don't think we will be settling any more cities. That is plenty. Let's get library for culture for that tobacco, and then a market after that. We're waiting for a galley to pick us up, so let's make a road. I'm really debating if I should whip out that workboat. Decisions. What'd I say? I need 3 more, right? Yeah, I won't whip it out. That's okay. I need my core to grow. We got the rubber plantation. We'll be fine. Finally, we got this tile hooked up. I don't know how long it's been. Our cities have received 1 food. Okay.
Nadul.
Let's come get a road on this tile, and I think after that we can go improve the rest of the tiles in the Caribbean. And let's go ahead and enter the medieval era. Why not? Give us a little bit more wiggle room with our stability. I don't want to be unstable from that. Yeah. And, let's focus on food. Even though we might be unhappy, I'd rather be unhappy in our capital with a higher population. Okay. We have 2 more workboats to train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 2. Yeah, we have 3 more workboats to train. Okay, I'll be whipping out 1 more time. I'm sorry to say. Alright, make a road here. Come back. Tribal village, huh? Scientist. Always trying to run specialists in all our other cities rather than ocean tiles. I don't need them growing too big. defenders on all of our colonies now. Uh-oh. Now Hua-speaking peoples are migrating into the Valley of Mexico, looking for their prophesized new homeland. That's what all the jaguars were doing. All those people were invading. Those were the Aztec people. So they're going to be spawning in. They're going to flip my capital on turn 1190, actually. I'm actually going to call it a game right on turn 1180, because it's getting a little late for me. And then I'll continue the final stretch of the mind game for my next session. Interrupt your road building. Let's come get this, do we have amber? I don't think we have amber yet, do we? Yeah, okay. Let's get that amber hooked up so that'll be another happiness for us. And boom. We entered the medieval era in turn 1160. In year 1160. Wonder how the Europeans are doing right now. They probably already researched alchemy, but we have a really strong technological base that they just do not have. So that's where our strength comes in. Notre Dame. That's not a good sign because Notre Dame is unlocked with commune. So that tells me that someone has already researched commune and probably even researched its possible gunpowder by now because they already finished Notre Dame. So hopefully they're still ways away from cartography. But yeah. That's a sign for me to pick up the pace as much as I can. So let's finish off the classical era. Let's let's get politics, architecture, and then nobility, and then we'll see what we need from there. Let's get the amber. You're gonna wait for the galley. Next turn. We got a jail here, very nice. You can... Let me assess my military, because I know the Aztec don't spawn with too many people. We have 8 light swordsmen, 1 catapult. I think I want to train another catapult. Well, let me deal with that later on. Let's make this forge. And I don't think there's +1 health. Oh, I forgot to run the Golden Age. That's okay. That's okay. So I'm gonna wait until after the Aztecs spawn, and then I reconquer them. So then I'll run a Golden Age, probably around the year 1300. Because I think I'm betting on finding the Europeans sometime in the 15th century, maybe 1420 or 50, something like that. So we still have a few turns to go until then. Plenty of time for a Golden Age. And there's no tech that like we absolutely need to beeline towards. Yeah, okay, let me finish this last turn. Let me whip out this last workboat, or that's the last time I'll be whipping it out. That's what I meant to say. Alright. And I'll just hard build the rest of the workboats. Okay, happy in the capital. Yeah, I'm okay with that engineer. I think... Yeah, let's make a catapult, because whenever the Aztecs spawn, I want to be able to declare war on them and take them back over as fast as possible. Sadly, yeah, you see in the left side, Rise of the Aztecs, I will be losing a lot of very nice tiles to the Aztecs. I think I'm probably even going to be angry in the capital because I lose the incense and the gold. I haven't hooked up this gold yet. Okay, but I'm going to call this a session. I will continue the invasion of the Aztec Empire and the final stretch of the mind game when I return. Alright, so continuing right along. We are losing our city next turn to the Aztecs. They are spawning in. But fortunately, this is the only city that we will be losing. So let's get all ready. Let's get our military ready. Let's send you back here. Sometimes the Aztecs like to declare war and invade me before their turn timer is up. So let's try and probably get another couple guys over here. You'll train them after the catapult, yeah. We got a good size force over here. Yeah, keep those guys over here. Alright. Training a catapult for taking on the Aztecs. And yeah, it's a good thing to take breaks sometimes in Civ 4, because I was so adamant about whipping this core city. You can see how angry they are with me. Why was I not whipping this city for some workboats? Because we need a few more workboats. Why was I don't know. Good question. Maybe we whip out the aqueduct. I don't know, because I want this city to grow. It is in our core after all. Yeah. Okay. So how many more workboats do we have, or do we need? We have 2 out there. Okay, we're gonna get the whale next turn, and then we had another one. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3 more workboats. So here's 1. So this city can go ahead and whip out 2 more workboats. Just have you work the iron. Alright. Remember, every workboat we get is +2 commerce because we're running thalassocracy. Good, good. All right, let's meet Montezuma. All right, say hi to the new neighbors. Okay. Yeah, so luckily they don't spawn with too much. Well, a fair number of jaguars and a few archers. So we got that fail gold finally. That means that the Europeans must have researched crop rotation. And so they just made they just researched commune not too long ago because they made the Notre Dame, and they just picked up crop rotation. Somebody did. So the tech leaders in Europe are about right here. Of course, they also have to get paper and compass and patronage and cartography. So yeah, it's just little gauges of where the Europeans are at. We're angry here because we lost a couple of resources. Yeah, we need to take this city back as fast as possible to keep us happy in our capital. Okay, so we're getting these mines with these guys. I can't whip out yet. Let's come over here. Let's come get this pearl. Whale. Nice, nice. And that's a couple extra healthiness for our city here. All right. They got a couple workboats over here. That's funny. Let's whip out this jail. And, yeah, I think we could just build wealth here. Nothing we really need to worry about. And I'll work 2 merchants once the city grows 1 more. Alright, so now we gotta wait 10 turns for the Aztec spawn protection to end. I think 10 turns from this next turn. So in 1300 we will be able to invade. we are very unhappy here. I think we got even more unhappy. That's unfortunate. I want to keep growing, even though we're unhappy. Nothing we can do for happiness except reconquer this city. What do we want to train? A catapult would be nice. I want to whip out something here. We have plenty of light swordsmen. Let's train a few more Hulkans, because why not? Yeah, whip out a couple people here. I will not be whipping any more in this city, so we'll just make this aqueduct. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's whip out this market. Let's whip out this harbor. Get a market next. And I'm trying to whip out, yeah, I want to whip out this library as fast as possible for more culture to get this tobacco with our culture. Oh, I forgot the tribal village right there. And they gave us the least helpful thing in existence. Alright. So I'll let it grow a little bit more and I'll just run a couple of merchants here. Let's just make a lighthouse. And I think, yeah, we can definitely afford to run a couple of scientists here as well. So I'll probably whip out that library not too far away. Whip out this guy. Montezuma's going to become angry at me pretty quickly because we are having close borders, sparking tensions with him. Let's come get this pearl. We already have pearl, okay, so it's not urgent to get another one for happiness for the capital. And yeah, we can train another Hulkan, because I think we're pretty much out of infrastructure we need for the capital. Another scientist slot and a health with the incense wouldn't be bad. I'll train one Hulkan and then I'll do that. Because remember, we have an academy here in the capital, so we want to run as many scientists as we can. It'd be nice if they send their jaguars off exploring to the north, and then we can just invade them and take them over on the turn 1300. Yeah, let's whip out this one library. Well, yeah, let's whip out this library. Why not? And we're at the happiness cap. Let's go ahead and let's get the ball court built so we can support a little bit higher population, because we can run 2 merchants and 2 scientists here. Let's whip out Cuba again, I think. Let me see. Yeah. Let's whip it out. It's okay if they're angry at me for a little bit. Finish at jail. And then let's make a ball court. Get some more happiness, yeah. Ball court's pretty cheap, because we have citizenship and it's already cheaper. Nice. Yeah, just run 2 merchants. Alright, Alright, let's get that amber connected, because that's our first instance of amber. That'll keep our capital a little bit happier. There's architecture. So we're picking up the rest of the... This is the last technology for the classical era. Yeah. So I guess how it works is once you enter the medieval era, you no longer get those boosts. Because even though I'm researching classical era technologies, it doesn't count. But I mean, we would be getting only one food per city anyway, so it's whatever. Alright, this is the last workboat we need to train. Let's send you over to get this crab, I believe. Let's build a road. Aqueducts. Okay, what else? We're so angry here. I feel bad for this city. Let's get a ball court done. My bad. Yeah, I should have been whipping this Cuban city at least a little bit. Oh well. Yeah, I'll run a couple. Let's run a merchant. And merchants give +1 commerce with the merchant trade civic as well. So merchants are nice to run with this civic. Let's make sure we're running 2. Because remember, it's not a historical city. We don't want that city to get too big. Yeah, like we definitely don't need to be running these crappy tiles out here. Of course, whenever we get these tiles back, we'll have some more, but some more nicer tiles will work. Yeah, definitely want to be running scientists if I can. Merchants next, I guess. And we got the amber. Yeah, so +2 happiness, because happiness with the jeweler. So that's very nice. Thank you, workers. And expanding next turn. So we got the tobacco. Oh, there's a native city over here. I just realized that. I see the borders right here. Well, we're not going to mess with that, I don't think. I don't know, maybe. Maybe we can take it over. But I definitely want to deal with the Aztecs first. So let's hop up in this galley and sail over to Venezuela. I probably should be making a harbor here first, you know. I think we're good. Let's just build wealth. Where are you going? Oh, did I train one more workboat than I needed? I might have. I don't know how. I thought I counted that so strictly, but I guess I messed up. Oh well. Because I have a workboat here and a workboat here. Yeah, okay, I messed up. I trained one more. I think I could go ahead and delete them. I don't need to go exploring with my workboat. And I'm paying maintenance on them, so I'd rather not do that. We're in a tech race after all. Alright. Last classical era technology picked up. Oh, we're unstable. I wonder why. It's not from overexpansion. Maybe our economy is suffering or something. Alright. Oh. Okay, so now the question is, what do we go for first? Gunpowder or cartography? I think we should definitely pick up the technologies that have that little text spread bonus first. Take advantage of that. So these are all the technologies we need to research here in the medieval era. I'm not going to be researching anything else. So yeah, let's pick up machinery because it has a tech spread, and probably fortification next. And we do still have a couple of great people. I will be activating the Golden Age probably once I take over the Aztecs. I'm training a settler. But yeah, so why are we unstable? Outdated civics and unhappiness. Well, the unhappiness will be... well, I'm working on it. I'm not whipping so much. And I'll need to get another luxury resource. But outdated civics, I can't do anything about. I'm not dropping the education. Alright, pharmacy, so let's run another scientist. Yeah, everything else for the capital, I don't particularly need. I'd rather just build wealth. And I don't think there's anything at other buildings that could come into play that we would want to build. I guess maybe a wharf or like a post office for like the capital, but that's about it. Not too much. Maybe a grocer. I think we might get a little bit of benefit from that, but nothing big. Nothing big. A race to keep this city happy. What else can we do for you? A jeweler, of course. Oh, we're happy here, really? What did I get? Oh, tobacco. Oh, wait. No, I already had tobacco. I don't know. Oh, another gold, because we lost the gold from over here, but we hooked it back up. Okay. Nice. Very nice. So there's machinery. Oh, we lost we went from unstable to shaky, so that's good. I think maybe we're cooling off our unhappiness a little bit. Oh, no. Our economy's growing. I think we're just about done with, I could make a road connecting to iron, but I think, yeah, we're just about done with our workers. I'll hang on to... Well, we got a decent empire. I don't want to delete all of them. Let me see. I'll connect the iron. Maybe I'll hang on to 2 workers. I'll delete these guys, because remember, I'm paying maintenance on every unit at this point. All right, fortification will be next. Tech spread. Yeah, saving 3 gold per turn by deleting 2 workers. It adds up every turn. You gotta do what you gotta do. Montezuma is annoyed at us. -2. And he's already annoyed. That's Montezuma for you. Oh, it's 1300. We can invade. Speaking of, we can invade. They're taking the initiative. So I could have done that last turn. I think. I wasn't watching too closely. Oh, and I didn't realize it's 1305. I thought it still was 10 years per turn up until 1400, but I guess it's 5 years per turn at 1300. Okay. And they're coming in strong with a catapult attack. Yeah, that's super. All right. So the sad thing is they got roads on these 2 tiles, so I want to protect my city as well.
Mabal Kubin.
All right. I'll give you combat because I want to protect my catapults as I move up. I'm gonna move this archer here because he's got some good city defense.
Nadul.
Oh, he's got combat 4. Nice.
Tiba. Nadul.
I'll give you combat 2 and I'll have you fortify. And these two guys I'll move up as well. Alright, here I want to keep... Let me see. I'll keep 2 guys. They only have 1 skirmisher. I will keep... We gotta hit him at least for 2 turns with the catapult. So I'll keep 3 guys here, and everyone else I'll move up onto...
Nadul.
So you got that catapult. Yeah, so keep 3 swordsmen here, attack here. Alright. Yeah, I want to take out that catapult before he had a chance to deal collateral damage against me. So now only their skirmisher can deal collateral damage. Hopefully this is a quick war. I think it should be. Like, waiting to see what these 2 jaguars do up here. Oh, they're just going to sit there. So they only have 1. Oh, they have citizenship, so they're buying archers every turn. Why did you declare this war if you weren't ready for it? Okay, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 military units here in the capital. Maybe they'll train another one next turn. 8. We might be able to take the city next turn. I'm not sure. Alright, let's keep 1. Let's just keep 1 guy here. And honestly, if they go all out and attack this city, it'll leave their capital open and it'll be game over for them anyway. So I'll just keep 1 guy here. You guys stay here. You guys stay here. Yeah, we're looking good. Let's whip that tile. Yeah, let's not whip out just yet. And yeah, I'll send this whole can up. Why not? Alright. Oh, we got a great person. Nice. That's bad move on their part to not do anything with these jaguars. They're just sitting on that tile. Let's definitely rebuild that. I don't want to lose the happiness. That's unfortunate. 70 gold. Another scientist? Okay, cool. 1, 2. So 2 jaguars, a skirmisher, and a few archers, and a scout. Alright. I think... So what are we looking at for the swordsman? We're already looking at 70% odds for their best units. So that's awesome for us. So let's hit them. Let's hit them with everything we got. Yeah, send the whole cans in first. Do some collateral damage. I won't send you. Alright. Our unit has been enslaved. Uh-oh. Let's not send the general just yet. I guess we can't take them over this turn. That's unfortunate. But, I mean, we will get them next turn, so that's okay.
Bishbin, Uchikbal,
Ooh, 91%. But we still won. That's good.
Ishmanik,
Alright, so they have a one scout protecting their their capital. So I guess they're going to move back this scout, and maybe they'll buy another archer. So we're going to have to take out 3 military units next turn. It's GG for Montezuma, and they started this war. That's on them.
Jen,
I was just acting defensively. No, let's get a ball court here. Yeah, work that iron mine. And we're going to capture this wonderful city next turn and all the resources again. Why'd they send the scout to the east? Why? Come on, you're about to die. Okay. AI is going to do what AI is going to do. So they have 2 units.
Tushba, Ekshabe,
Goodbye, Montezuma. That's a lot of gold to spare the city. I'll just establish control. Especially because a lot of the tiles around it, I can have other cities work the tiles. Because why not? That's okay. Yeah, wonderful. Okay. Nice, nice, nice.
Bishbin, Uchikbal,
So send you here, send you back.
Ekshabe,
We do not need the catapult anymore. Delete him because we're not wanting to pay maintenance on him.
Ishmanik, Bishbin, Uchikbal,
And yeah, let's resume our positions again for whenever the the hostile jaguars keep coming. I think they keep coming from the north still, even after the Aztecs spawn and die.
Mabal Kubin,
I'm pretty sure.
Hatsolo,
Send these 3 guys.
Solo,
There we go. And they can just heal on the tiles. Send you here. Go to sleep. Alright. So from this point on, I think it's pretty much smooth sailing. Just teching and keeping our cities happy and healthy until we eventually cross the Atlantic. Let's pick up guilds. Always trying to take advantage of that tech spread. Bonus. Let's go ahead and we got a lot of production here, so let's make a lighthouse. And we will be doing the Golden Age very soon, I think, once the city comes out of revolt. Make sure we're all working good tiles. Wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Alright. Yeah, not much to focus on now. Now it's just this is like the final lap of the Mayan race. Oh, there they are. So let's get fortified and prepare. And oh, we're not paying maintenance anymore, so that's good. But I think if we start training a few more people, we'll start paying more maintenance. Why are we so happy? I guess it got more culture. So let's give this iron to this city. Get that ball court built. So we're very slightly overexpanded, but nothing crazy. And honestly, if we make another jail or two, like if we make a jail in this city, I think we should be good. And especially because our capital is still growing, which is remarkable. Size 23. That's got to be the biggest city in the world by a margin. Grocer. Let me see if I can make the grocer in the capital. That'll be helpful. Feudalism tech spread. Let's make a lighthouse. We don't need production as much here anymore, I don't think. But we don't need it in the capital either, so yeah, let's just keep it there. Definitely don't want to be working engineer. I'd rather have more wealth. We need more specialist slots. 1 health. I'd rather work wealth, to be honest. Alright, let's look into starting our golden age, because our city is out of revolt now, so we have all the cities ready to go. Think jail. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, let's make a jail here. Ball court. Nice. And yeah, let's just build wealth. It'll grow one more time, and then I'll put him into a scientist. Let's work this iron mine, because this can be a pretty big city. I have a jail here. It's got like 2 food tiles, so let's take care of it a little bit. Our most important Caribbean city. All right. Any more tiles to improve for our workers? Yeah, let's connect the iron just in case. And, I think we're good. I could make, like, an improvement on this tile. I'll send them back to Mexico. I think there's a couple tiles I can improve over here. But other than that, I think we're about to ready to put our workers to sleep. Not delete them, just put them to sleep. Yeah, let's start our golden age. Wonderful. Let's run a little bit more wealth for a few turns. Because I don't think there's too many techs to take advantage of that tech spread at the moment. Let's kill those guys. Oh, don't do that. Oh, that's right. So we got 2 mines here, so we can have a little bit of production. But I don't think there's anything else I would want to... library, yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping they attack me because 70% chance isn't the best. Let me see. It's only 2 jaguars.
Set you
here. And we can not work this tile. Let's work an engineer just for more great people points. Because we could potentially get another golden age going on. Let's do this. Could this city get a... What is our next great person potential city? Yeah, it would be that one. What about here? Nah. 135. Well, maybe. No. Well, probably not. getting 12 per turn, and my capital's getting 20 or 50. Or 24, and the other one's getting 50. So maybe I'll get another great person here. Please don't go sit on my mine. If not, I can always use that great person for that scientist for a bulbing. And I'm gonna keep this galley around because we can promote that galley eventually into the caravel. So no more text at the moment that I can have the text spread bonus. So we got a bit silver service. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick that up. We're picking up these medieval technologies very quickly. I think, alright, iron is connected. Oh, that actually unlocks the swordsman. And actually, once we pick up civil service, that does unlock the heavy swordsman. Strength 8. But I don't think I will be upgrading any of these guys. Except for the, Great General, because he's free. So I'll promote him next turn. Just because I do not want to spend 22 gold per upgrade. Definitely not worth it at all. Let's send these guys, protect this tile. And, yeah, let's take the workers back to Mexico next turn. Doing good. Doing really good. The year is 1360. Alright, so I don't think we'll be doing any more work for the galley. So I might just send him over here and wait to get promoted. Got another promotion, very nice. Alright. Yeah, keep looking to see if that tech spread pops up, but I don't see it. Lighthouse. Yeah, let's just build wealth now. Let's max out our science for a few turns. Do I want to come and investigate the city, maybe take it over? Maybe. Maybe I do. Got a couple of Hulkans here we could do that with. Let's have you on guard duty. Yeah, let's... Why not? I don't know. Because I know there's a few resources over there. I am looking at the expansion. I don't want to be too overexpanded. But, and at this point, we're like in the final sprint of the Mayan game. I don't think taking over another city would add or detract too much from our overall goal. Let's come get a mine or a cottage over here or something. There's crop rotation. Oh, we're stable now. I guess we're in a golden age, so that probably helped our economy. Wow, plus 12. That's what I'm talking about. And our unhappiness only went down to -1 instead of -5. Good. Yeah, so let's promote you to heavy swordsman. Because he's a great general, so he has free upgrades. Oh, theology? Oh, we don't need theology. We need... We're nearly there, aren't we? Our great scientists can help build paper and compass, so I'll kind of save those for last. Yeah, let's maybe head towards this gunpowder. Oh, why are you angry? Please don't be angry. You're gonna starve. I'll work this for like... Yeah, this sucks. I don't want you to starve. Oh well. I'll do that. Alright, let's give you leadership, combat, melee, combat. You don't need morale, I don't think. Just give you combat all the way. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go see what's going on in Colombia. A salt and a corn. Interesting. Keep you here for a couple times. Alright, our golden age is over, but we're going to get another great person next turn. If it's a scientist, which its odds are 39% it will be, we'll probably just use in the bold, which is just as well. Just like archer. But there's a gem here. That can't, like, hurt to have. We are a little bit overexpanded. And we're going to lose that economy stability. But, you know. I think it'll be fine if we're a little bit unstable for a couple turns. Yeah, okay. Let's pick up this guy just in case. I'll attack him in a couple turns. As long as they don't get more archers. Alright, so the scientists can build compass and paper and gunpowder. So let me pick up patronage right now. The jail. Very nice. Let's have you build wealth. Put you on scientist duty. Lighthouse. Build wealth. And we get a merchant. Okay. But I think the question now is... Because odds are we're not going to get another... Because we are really in the final stretch here. So I think we're better off... We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more technologies of research. I think we're better off just bolding. So you can put 764 into paper. Yeah, and the merchant can also do paper and banking. Because I don't think there is actually a, well, 676 to paper. Okay, let's pick up gunpowder. What are we looking at? Like 3 turns, 3 turns, 5 turns. Yeah, we're looking at like less than 15 turns, especially if we bold paper and compass. Yeah. I was thinking I could maybe make a galley and go meet the Incans and do a trade mission, but I don't think it's worth it. I think I'm better off just bulbing that 676 in the paper. So let's do that. And you can do paper and compass. Let's go ahead and do that. So compass is about 1/3 of the way complete, a little bit more. So we have 3 more technologies to research. All right. Yeah. So let's pick up compass and gunpowder, and we can do cartography last, because that still has that tech spread penalty. And at that point, we can upgrade our galley into the caravel. And maybe, I mean, if we take this city, maybe we can get some gold. It's only a native city, so I don't imagine we would get a lot of loot from it. But, you know, whatever. Something to do. Here, let's just build wealth. For a lot of these cities, I think we could just have them build wealth in the final stretch here. Yeah, not yet. That's okay. Oh, let's come sit on this tile. Okay, please don't go sit on my silver mine. I need my silver. Just 1 archer. Okay, hopefully our 3 guys can capture it. If not, whatever. Go to sleep. And I'll send you over here. Ball court. Okay, yeah, go balls. Alright. Here is... So, by the way, yeah, compass... That is the technology that unlocks resources on ocean tiles like this fish. So I would just now be able to put a resource on this fish. That's why I didn't set it over here. Also, a compass is the technology that lets you traverse the Cape feature, which is strategically put on some points on the map. So this is what would allow me to go and meet the Incans if I had a galley over here. But I don't think... Yeah, it's worth it. Because we're right at the end of the tech race anyway. Good. Now, what do I do? Because now they're sitting there all damaged. I guess I could send them back over here to heal. Whatever. I don't... Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to send this galley over here and wait to get promoted. Not worrying about that. Yeah. Every city, if it's not... Yeah, 1 food... Yeah, okay. I'll put you into a specialist. Getting gunpowder next turn in the year 1400. Not bad. Yeah, they just got another archer. Okay, that's not happening. Whatever. Whatever. Boom. Last technology. And yeah, I need to make sure I have a little bit of gold in my reserves to be able to upgrade the galley into the caravel. I think that's 50 gold, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's like 60 or 70. It's not 100 or more. But it might be 70, it might be 50. I don't exactly remember. But I think, yeah, so cartography in 4 turns it is. And then, yeah, we should have enough to, yeah. Could we potentially get to 3? Probably not. No, we can't. That's okay. Because I think we're pretty much maxed out on specialists everywhere, in either merchants or scientists. Taking a quick gasp. Quick gander, I should say. Yep. Looks good. The wharf is +1 commerce. Post office might add 2. I'd rather just keep building off. Yeah, okay. Now we just pray that the Europeans do not come within the next 6 turns or less. It'll take us 3 turns to get cartography, 1 turn to upgrade, and about 2 to traverse the Pacific. And we're just going to head right northeast to, I think, about right here, and then head east from there. We'll meet Portugal over there. Here. You don't need to be growing so much. Two turns. All right, cartography. Next turn in 1425. Not bad. Almost 100 years before the Spanish discovered the new. Make sure we don't starve. All right. All right. Are you ready, Galley? Oh, there's the Incans. I saw the espionage slider pop up, and I was like, oh god, is that the Europeans? But no, it's just our friends to the south, the Incans. How did they just... Oh. They have a scout here. Okay. So, Caravel, 52 gold. Okay. Use that as a reference for you guys when you're playing as the Mayans. 52 gold for the Caravel. We're a little bit overexpanded, but our economy is still going strong, so we're not shaky or anything. All right, let's go say hi to our friends to the east, the Europeans. Let's see what they're up to over here in the year 1430 AD. So we're going to head on northeast, la-di-da. I think to about here, and then we head east. The Portuguese should be right over here. Right there. So next turn, we're going to say hi to the Portuguese. I'm excited. I got butterflies in my stomach. We picked up theology, and let's win this. Maybe this is the Mongolians collapsing. They collapse right about this time. Alright, there's theology. And let's win the game. Alright. You have succeeded to make contact with the European civilization before any of them discovers the Americas. There shall be peace in our time. Wonderful. Alright, guys. Look at this Mayan Caribbean thalassocracy. What a unique game the Mayans have going for them. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Oh, we got the plague because we have the Columbian exchange going on, so we got the plague. Bad news, but that's okay. Maya has won historical victory. Oh. Alright, let's check it out. Let's see. Let's zoom on ahead. We spawn in the year 200 BC? 300 maybe? There we are. First civilization in the Americas. From humble beginnings. Now remember, we started with one city with just a worker and a couple of Hulkans. The Romans are growing strong in this game. Wow. Yeah, and then we formed a mighty empire, didn't we? Took over that native city, took over the Toltecs, settled the Caribbean, and then reconquered the Aztecs. $1440. Not bad. Not bad at all. There's the Aztecs, and they're only around for about 12 turns, and then poof, they're gone. They started that war, didn't they? Here we are coming up on the end. And we went and met the Portuguese. Wonderful. Is that us? Yeah, we're third highest in the. I guess the Mongolians just collapsed, so we were second highest in the game behind the French. Okay. We were ahead of the Chinese. Wow, wouldn't have expected that. Not bad. A little bit higher than middle of the scoreboard. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Mayan game. Yeah, it's a tech voice. Pretty tight one. I think all the Mayan goals are pretty tight. That first one, you gotta beeline those two technologies. Second one, beeline that wonder. You don't have too many turns to mess around. And then for the third goal, you saw how optimally I was trying to play. Out of curiosity, we could see how advanced the Europeans were, so we have an idea about how close we were to losing. Usually, so the French were in the Renaissance. Wonder what they were researching. Let's check it out. We already won, so no shame in opening World Builder at this point. Who's the leader? Oh, he's researching optics. So he actually already did pick up gunpowder, because I saw the gunpowder units, and cartography. He's training a galleon. So he could have... Oh my god. Look at this French caravel. We were like... maybe 2 turns. 1 turn if he beeline straight for us. But probably... knowing the AI, he probably would have gone over here and then gone south. We were 2 to 3 turns away from losing. So you can see the Mayan game is very tight. All 3 of their goals, you really cannot mess around. Because we were playing pretty optimally. There wasn't like that many mistakes I made. I could have invaded the Aztecs like 1 turn earlier, but that was it. Not a major difference. And yeah. I wonder what would happen if our caravel met their caravel in the open ocean. If that would count for us. That's a good question. Hey guys, in case anyone was curious, I've loaded the save the turn before, and I'm going to test out if we win if we meet their caravel on the open ocean. So their caravel is right over here. Okay, so it still does count. Okay. That's enough for the Mayan game. Thank you for everyone who watched. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.